Luna adjusted the straps of her backpack as she stepped onto the misty trails of Shenandoah National Park. The cool mountain air filled her lungs, and the scent of damp earth and wildflowers surrounded her. It was the perfect day for an adventure. She had read about the park's towering forests, flowing waterfalls, and incredible wildlife. But now, she was here to see it all for herself. As Luna walked along the trail, she heard a soft rustling in the bushes. A moment later, a graceful white-tailed deer emerged, his large dark eyes full of curiosity. "Hello there, I'm Dusty," the deer said with a friendly flick of his tail. "What brings you to my home?" Luna grinned. "Hi, Dusty. I'm here to explore and learn all about Shenandoah National Park." Dusty nodded. "Well, you're in the right place. There's so much to see and discover. Let's go." As they walked together, they came across a small bubbling brook. Luna crouched down and dipped her fingers into the cool water. "Where does this water come from?" she asked. Dusty smiled. "This brook starts as a tiny trickle from the Blue Ridge Mountains. Rain and melting snow feed these streams, and they flow into rivers that stretch far beyond the park. Water is important for all the animals and plants that live here." Luna looked up at the towering trees around them. "These trees must love the water too. Some of them are so tall." Dusty nodded. "Some trees here have been standing for hundreds of years. The chestnut oak, tulip poplar, and hickory trees provide food and shelter for animals like squirrels, chipmunks, and even black bears." Luna's eyes widened. "There are bears here?" "Yes," Dusty said. "Black bears are one of the most famous animals in Shenandoah. They usually eat berries, acorns, and insects, but they're also great at climbing trees to find food." Just then, a bright orange butterfly fluttered past. "Who are you?" Luna asked curiously. "I'm a monarch butterfly," the insect replied. "I'm resting here before my long journey south for the winter." Luna's mouth dropped open. "You travel far, just like the rivers do." "That's right! Many animals in the park migrate. Some birds fly south for the winter, while other creatures, like bears, slow down and hibernate." As they continued down the trail, they reached a rocky overlook with a breathtaking view. "Wow, I can see for miles," Luna said. A hawk circling above called down. "That's because you're on Skyline Drive. This road follows the mountain ridges for 105 miles, giving visitors amazing views of the valleys and forests." Dusty nodded. "People come from all over to see these beautiful mountains. Shenandoah became a national park in 1935, so this land would be protected forever." Luna smiled. "I'm glad they did. It's so wild and peaceful." She stepped carefully down a rocky path and noticed the ground felt different than the soft grass. "Why do these rocks look like they have layers?" she asked. A box turtle nearby explained, "The rocks here are some of the oldest in North America, over 1 billion years old. Over time, rivers and rain have shaped the land, carving valleys and making room for forests to grow." Luna gasped. "That's even older than the trees. It's like the land tells a story." Dusty nodded. "Exactly! Everything in the park has a role to play. Even the smallest animals help keep the ecosystem balanced." Just then, a rustling in the bushes made Luna freeze. A red fox peeked out and whispered, "It's just me. I move quietly so I can sneak up on my dinner." Luna let out a breath and laughed. "You must be really good at hide and seek." The fox grinned. "I sure am. Many animals in the park use their fur to blend in and stay safe." They continued their journey, passing a meadow where a family of deer grazed. "Hello, do you all live here too?" Luna asked. An older deer nodded. "Yes, Shenandoah is home to many white-tailed deer. We thrive in these forests and meadows, finding food like berries, leaves, and acorns." Luna smiled. "That means there's always more to explore." As the sun began to set, the sky turned orange and purple. "Today was amazing," Luna said, watching the colors reflect off the mountains. An owl hooted from a branch above. The park is just as magical at night. Bats fly, fireflies dance, and the stars twinkle above. Luna yawned. I can't wait for tomorrow's adventure. There's still so much to see and learn. Curling up in her cozy tent, she listened to the rustling leaves and distant hoots. Shenandoah National Park was full of wonders waiting to be discovered, and she knew she would return again and again. The next morning, Luna woke to the sound of birds chirping. She stretched and stepped outside her tent, greeted by a soft golden sunrise. Dusty was already waiting for her. Ready for another adventure? He asked. Absolutely, Luna said with a grin. They followed a new trail, leading them toward Dark Hollow Falls, one of the park's most famous waterfalls. As they approached, they heard the rush of water tumbling over rocks. Mist filled the air, cooling Luna's face. It's beautiful, she said, mesmerized by the sparkling cascade. Waterfalls like this help shape the land over time, Dusty explained. The force of the water slowly wears down the rocks, carving out deep gorges. Luna crouched to touch the water. It's so fresh and clear. Does all the park's water end up in rivers? Dusty nodded. Most of it flows into the Shenandoah River, which eventually joins the Potomac River. That's why it's important to keep the water clean. Everything is connected. As they left the falls and wandered through a wildflower-filled meadow, Luna spotted a black bear in the distance. Look, she whispered excitedly. Dusty nodded. That's a mother bear and her cub. They won't bother us if we give them space. Luna watched as the bears sniffed at berry bushes, their dark fur shining in the sunlight. They're amazing, she said. I'm so lucky to see them in their natural home. As their day of exploring came to an end, Luna and Dusty returned to her campsite. She sat by the fire, reflecting on everything she had learned. This place is full of history, adventure, and life. I feel like I understand it so much better now. Dusty smiled. That's what makes Shenandoah special. There's always something new to discover. Luna gazed up at the night sky, filled with twinkling stars. I can't wait to come back and learn even more. And with that, she drifted off to sleep, dreaming of the adventures still waiting for her in Shenandoah National Park.